Dr. Xuefeng. I'm Derek from MBA 2025, and I have a few questions to ask you, and want you to give some idea for the MBA student. You have over 30 years of experience in the field of biomedicine. What do you think are the future development trends in this field, and what is the biggest challenge faced?
It's interesting that you point out, what would be the future development. Actually, we should be excited about the current technology development for the biomedical field. You can see there are so many new technologies that is really touch upon many things, especially in the biomedical field. Like this year's Nobel Prize, award to the mRNA technology. How many years people have worked on the mRNA? How many years really people recognize the value of this technology? I think it has been, for the long time, people are skeptical about it, whether it would be eventually develop anything. Even if you look at the Moderna or BioNTech or CureVac, those companies have been exist for many years, really have not have the opportunity for the breakthrough until this pandemic. It demonstrates it's a useful technology. If we look at beyond that, there are still many of those. The ADCs, there are the all kind of technology directly from pharmaceutical perspective. But there are also others like what we have talked about, these AI technologies that I think will have a profound impact on the drug discovery and the disease research. I think there are so many things we should be very excited about it. And with this new advance of technology, experience or expertise with cross field is become more important.
How does the CanSinoBIO view corporate social responsibility in the vaccine development and production process?
Last year, CanSinoBIO has been awarded as the top 20 companies in the ESG arena. So from the day one, the company has its vision really to serve public health. So it certainly is a social responsibility, right? Our product, vaccines, really help the public health. From the research, development, manufacture perspective, certainly we would want to always show our responsibility in terms of our environment-friendly process, in terms of our use of any hazard materials, in terms of our safety practice. And also very keen what is we can do to support the unfortunate or certain event. We have donations for the flood, the disasters. So I think we have been awarded as by the local community as also a charity award. So certainly we are very keen to take that responsibility.
What experience or lessons from your career do you want to share with the younger generations?
When you have to think through what you want to do for your life, right? Then stay on the course and to have a patient and the courage of take all the challenges and really step by step to develop your career goal or where you want to go. Persistent is one of the words I would like to say. Sometimes we are easy to give up, but if you can overcome that hurdle, you may see a great future.
And what advice do you have for young people who wish to enter the field of biomedicine?
To me, it's a very exciting field. It's always needed. And no matter we have dealing with children's, the poor's, or the aging population now we experience in China and many other developed countries. So you see the demand is there. And we always say, okay, the developed country, we look at the Europe, US, and there are so many advanced technologies, but please don't forget, there are so many countries is far behind than in China. So we actually have first-hand experience when we develop our COVID-19 vaccine and others go into the field. I personally been in the Africa to see the situation is sometimes devastating. Yeah, especially dealing with this infectious disease and poverties.
What is one tough experience that you encounter on your road to establish a large company, and what lessons did it teach you?
Well, that's a tough question. I have so many obstacles and challenges. No matter it's technical, it's strategic, it's a decision of the directions, and it's hard to point out any particular ones, right? But I would say our human lives always deal with obstacles, the challenges, but how we deal with it, it's something deep from our own heart. What your desire is. If we are thinking, for us, as a CanSinoBIO, as a company as a whole, I want to bring this company to the global stage. So there are obstacles I need to analyze. Is this kind of impact our goal or is not? If it's not, I can easily say, okay, it's not important. But if it's important, I have to make that decision to ensure our final goal is not really compromised. And no matter is accepting investment or decision to proceed with a project or maybe cut a project. Sometimes cut projects even more challenging than actually proceeding with one. Yeah, so it is something you have to go with your bottom line, where you want to stand. I think always we should go back to our principle, what we want.
What do we want?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What is one habit that you believe future leaders should develop that is essential if they want to effectively lead a company one day?
I've been, experienced with many great leaders, and we also see so many business leaders. What we normally see is business leaders standing on the stage, give speeches, inspire others. Sometimes we're all expecting the business leaders would behave like that. But one of the important aspects I think people forget or not recognize is how a good leader actually is capable of listening. Good leader, my personal experience, they are all good listeners. They gather information from the bottom of the operation, the shop floor, from their medium, level managers, from the top level managers. They can open up, people can come to them, give them opinions, and the good leader can listen. Then they can analyze the situation and actually make a sound decision. I think it's very important to be able to actively listen.
Actively listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Dr. Yu Xuefeng.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.